各位司長會有個開場發言嘅，之後先會回答大家嘅提問。有請司長。
多謝咁多位媒體嘅朋友。今日我哋法律改革委員會咧喺個委員會處咧就做咗一個簡介，係報告我哋嘅工作嘅進展嘅。咁喺法律改革委員會1982年成立以嚟咧，係出咗66個報告。其中一個呢，就係唔需要修改法律，咁剩翻嗰65個呢，有35個呢已經係全面落實，有24個呢就係部分落實或者正在考慮之中嘅。咁喺2018年年初到而家呢，法律改革委員會呢係出咗5份諮詢文件同埋1份報告書，咁所以呢，我哋嘅工作呢，就我哋會盡量係做好嘅工作。咁今日呢一個年度嘅報告呢，其實呢係希望通過我哋嘅報告呢，係法律改革委員會同埋立法會呢，都係對落實嗰個報告書嗰啲進度呢係有一個關注。咁呢就希望呢通過呢一度呢，我哋能夠更加積極咁樣落實到報告書裏邊嘅建議，又或者作出相關嘅回應，等政府呢嘅工作呢係可以做得更好嘅。多謝各位。
頭先聽到上面過咗，頭先聽到上面過。
方面咧，即係會唔會考慮去改翻個字眼，就係用撤回而唔係暫緩，同埋會唔會回翻啲社會上嘅一啲示威者訴求，就係唔去檢控參與6月12號嘅集會嘅人士？唔會檢控佢哋。
喺嗰個修訂逃犯條例嘅工作咧，政府已經停止咗喺立法會大會嘅審議工作，同埋咧我哋亦都冇一個既定嘅時間表，政府亦都唔會貿貿然咁樣去重新再去睇呢一個相關嘅工作。咁所以如果係到出年7月嘅立法年度過咗嘅時期，呢一個係失效嘅話咧，政府亦都係會接受呢一個情況係會嘅情況嘅。至於第二個問題咧，其實現時嚟講，我都響處再喺度同大家重新講，做一個決定要檢控定唔檢控咧，其實律政司嘅工作咧係獨立不偏不倚咁樣去做。換句話講，無論任何人對嗰個當日嘅事件或者邊日嘅事件都好，佢點樣去講呢一件事係定唔係某一個情況，係定唔係一個暴動咧？律政司嘅工作咧都係獨立，係按法律睇證據，按住我哋嘅檢控守則，睇下係唔係達到一個合理定罪機會嘅驗證嘅標準，我哋先至會去作出呢一個檢控與否嘅決定。咁所以而家冇人可以講到會定唔會作出任何檢控。
都話政府其實出年都唔會再做呢一個即係逃犯條例修例工作啦。咁但係其實而家就連建制派都話，即係如果政府覺得係可以即係收復到社會都，咁佢哋之前亦都會理解政府用撤回呢個字眼。咁其實政府會唔會諗一諗，就係用翻撤回呢個字眼去即係增加社會對政府嘅信心？
其實我諗我哋我會咁樣去睇件事啦。我哋唔好去斟酌嗰個詞語。其實大家今次呢一個嘅關鍵咧，就係有一啲理解上邊，或者有一啲關注點咧，可能覺得政府咧係未曾係好去足夠咁樣去處理。咁所以喺呢啲情況之下，頭先我所講將會發生或者嗰個時間係大概係點樣樣咧？其實大家都會知道，其實係差唔多等同大家要求嘅情況。咁所以我希望就唔好斟酌住喺個即係喺個 form 喺個名字嗰度。唔該晒。
If the government is not going to look at the amendment again, why are you insisting not to scrap the law completely? And why are you leaving the alleged police violence to the complaints mechanism? Why are the police immune to criminal investigation? And can you meet protesters' demands not to prosecute those people arrested?
All right, okay. The first question. The government has literally stopped the legislative process that is before the Legislative Council in relation to the amendments of the Fugitives and Mutual Legal Assistance Ordinances. There is no specific timetable There is no chance that the government will, out of the blue, suddenly reactivate the whole process. And we all know that next year, by July, the term of the Legislative Council is coming to an end. If, for whatever reason, the bill lapses, the government will accept that and continue to do the best with the rest of the work. The second question relates to the prosecution angle, and I think the fourth as well, and I can put it together in this way. There is no decision one way or another as to whether the persons involved on a particular day is or is not to be prosecuted. There simply is no decision. There is no presumption that people should make as to whether any prosecution will or will not be done, because when the Department of Justice decides whether or not to prosecute, to make the prosecutorial decisions, we look at the relevant law, we look at the admissible evidence, we look at the prosecution code, and decide whether a reasonable prospect of conviction could be reached, and of course to consider whether in the public interest the particular individual in the particular case should or should not be prosecuted. So it is a matter of objective and evidential based, rather than just by who calling what in a name. So that's very important. In your third question, you seem to suggest, and that's why I think the premise is important, that there is a favor one way or another between the police or the protesters. It is very important to bear in mind that we are a society, the core value of which is that of rule of law. Everybody is equal before the law, be they the protesters or the police. However, there is, of course, a number of concerns that have been raised as to how certain complaints are to be dealt with. The government has heard these concerns, and I would suggest that one very good way to start considering how to deal with it is to use the existing structure, the existing infrastructure, in order to consider the relevant complaints and from there to decide what to do.
Secretary, the panel just now passed a non-binding motion. How do you prepare to respond to the demands passed, or are you still stand firm on your stance over the need to change the POO? And do you regard this as a silent protest from the pro-establishment camp because of this outstanding extradition bill? There's irreconcilable differences caused damage caused within the pro-establishment camp and the government.
Your first question has a premise which has not been established. That is, you said I stand firm on something. I have not stand firm on the particular matter you talk about. So please put that in perspective. Therefore, in answer to your question, which is the first part, and that is what is my response to the non-binding motion? We respect the Legislative Council's wishes, and it is very useful to hear their views in forums like just now, like in the AGLS panel, and we will consider what is to be done about the particular ordinance and whether it should be dealt with by the LRC or otherwise. As to the second area, I think you are talking about this is a question that has a premise which I'm not sure how I can react to, because I think the pro-establishment camp has expressed their views, and we are grateful for their understanding and support in the past years for the pro-establishment camps, and of course in the recent situation. They are perfectly entitled to react in a way that they think appropriate, and I think this is a very important matter of the Legislative Council and the Executive, that is the government, working together for the betterment of Hong Kong.
有 家政府就仲喺暫緩，唔係撤回咧？好啦，唔該晒。撞到啦！唔該晒。